For those of you who do or don't know, you'll know on Bayloric TV or on the YouTube channel that I don't do many videos on Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. But I'm doing this, and I'm calling it Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, the end of the world. You're probably saying to me, Bayloric, what are you on about? Well, I'm convinced that this fight has already been signed. I haven't spoken to anybody. I don't have any contacts, or even if I do have any contacts, I haven't really spoken to them about it. It's a hunch on a few things. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen that Foot Locker commercial with Manny Pacquiao, where he's saying, he signed to fight me, he's going to fight me, he's going to fight me. I don't know if you've seen that commercial. Now, I think that while the world are talking about this fight and the possibility of this fight happening, I think negotiations have already happened, and I think this is free promotion, this is free publicity for the fight. I really do. So that drums up interest, which I also think, and it's over years, people think it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. I think the fight's already been signed. I think they're looking for a date to announce when the fight's going to be put on, whether it be in the Super Bowl or whatever, but I think the fight's already been signed. That's my gut feeling. I believe this fight will happen. Now, why do I call it the end of the world? I call it the end of the world for many reasons. Let's start first with the Floyd Mayweather haters. These people have made a career, have made YouTube channels, have made Facebook forums, have dedicated their lives to basically just downgrading this man any way, shape or form. He said he's cherry picking, he's this, he's that. They want him to fight Cotto, he fought Cotto. They want him to fight Canelo, he fought Canelo. You know, they want him to fight Mosley, he fought Mosley. At the end of the day, now he will fight Pacquiao. Should he beat Pacquiao, that is the end of a lot of people's lives. I'm telling you, in terms of Pactards, they're the stuff first. They're the ones that are gonna come. I don't know. You'll probably hear people committing suicide because their hero gets destroyed. It's gone beyond the point of just being a fan. You become a fanatic where you silly idolize and worship a person like they're a god. This sort of behavior, it's bad enough when you fight and loses a fight, but when you've got to the point where you worship them to the point where you have no pride for yourself, when you start getting racist and absurd, and all your focus is on one man, this is ridiculous. So that's for Floyd Mayweather. Now, Floyd Mayweather goes on and beats Manny Pacquiao. What is there left to prove? Go up and fight GGG? Don't be ridiculous. So I believe that this is a fight Amir Khan. Why would you fight Amir Khan? Sorry, you beat Floyd. You beat Manny Pacquiao. That really is the end of your career. Personally, I think it is. For Manny Pacquiao, should he beat Floyd Mayweather, then his claim to fame, well, I think he would earn more than enough money. I also think that by him beating Floyd Mayweather, he'd have nothing much more to prove. So those are two. So I think, in that sense, I believe that this fight is, again, for those people who don't like now Manny Pacquiao, and if Manny Pacquiao were to win and Floyd were to get beat, all those people who've got channels up dedicated just to Floyd Mayweather, all those people out there that just worship Floyd like people worship Pacquiao in the same way, I believe for them it's end of. YouTube channels will get shut down. These people disappear. I'm telling you, they have the tail between their legs. So it's the end of the world for a lot of these people. Believe me, it's the end of the world. And after this, these people live just for this particular fight. So I believe the fight will happen. I believe that it's only a matter of time before this announcement. And I don't believe that there are problems with negotiations. I really don't. And I think that this fight was always going to happen. I really do. I think Floyd was waiting for a moment until Pacquiao's valuation went down and down and down to a point now where he can negotiate to a point where he can get much more out of the fight. So like I said, those are my thoughts on Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao and the end of the world. Would love to know what you guys out there think about this. Floyd fans, Pacquiao fans, what happens if Floyd loses this fight? What happens if Pacquiao loses his fight? What happens if one of those two fighters get knocked out brutally within 4 or 5 rounds? If Pacquiao were to go out and destroy Mayweather within 4 or 5 rounds, what does that say about Mayweather's legacy? If Floyd knocks out Pacquiao, does that have as much damage? Bearing in mind he's been knocked out by Marquez before. Bearing in mind he's been knocked out before by body shots. So what does it mean? If Floyd beats Pacquiao, do people say, well, you know what? Well, Pacquiao was well past his sell-by date. Had he fought him 10 years ago, then are we going to hear that? If Floyd beats Pacquiao? And it's the same case going to apply for if Pacquiao beats Floyd Mayweather. Are we going to say, oh, well, Floyd was past it anyway? You could see he was down. You know, he's down and out after the second Maidana fight. You know, he was getting hit more often. Blah 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 blah. Are we going to hear that? Pacquiao fans, Mayweather fans, I want to hear from you. And what happens if any of these fighters get beat? You're going to know the people that are out there on YouTube that are just solely dedicated to Pacquiao, solely dedicated to Floyd Mayweather. What's going to happen to those YouTube channels? What's going to happen to those commentators? What's going to happen to those bloggers? What's going to happen to those, you know, those weekly YouTube videos? What's going to happen to them? What happens? And then after Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao goes, what's the next big super fight to kind of satisfy the craving of boxing fans? Is that going to be Ward versus GGG? Is that going to be Kovalev versus Stevenson? Okay, I'm out.